Hello friends, how are you all? I think you are taking interest in this entropy part. This is very important. This is the part 3 of entropy. Just go through the previous part 1 as well as part 2 completely at least twice and thrice. Just clear all your concepts related to entropy. Then we will move on to the applications of entropy. This lesson is totally based on the applications of entropy. It is a very important lesson. We gonna discuss the different equations of entropy, how to calculate the entropy, what is the entropy change when there is a variation in pressure and volume and temperature, pressure and temperature. Keeping these parameters in our mind, we will calculate the entropy change. After that, we will discuss the applications of entropy. For example, heat transfer through a finite temperature difference. Whenever mixing of two fluids are taking place, what is the entropy change? What is the entropy change in a cycle if there is a thermal energy reservoir at one point and the body at the another point? And if there is one body as well as another body, then what is the entropy change? These are the important applications of entropy. Just go through this lesson. If you have any doubt, just let me know in the comment section. But before proceeding, I would like to introduce myself. My name is Harshit Agarwal. This is all about me. Don't forget to rate, review, recommend and share this lesson. You can also follow me on the specified link. So to start with, what is the entropy change for an ideal gas? There are three important equations to calculate the entropy change. If there is a variation in pressure and volume, if there is a variation in pressure and temperature, if there is a variation in volume and temperature, how you will calculate the entropy change? So first equation is related to volume and temperature. As you have already know this particular equation, TdS is equal to du plus PdV, right? So ds we can write du by t plus p by t dv. For ideal gas, we know that du is equal to cv dt, and p by t can be written as r by v. So integrating ds from s1 to s2, in place of du we have write cv dt upon t, and in place of p by t we have written r by v. Integrating it from t1 to t2 and integrating it from v1 to v2, the equation comes out to be s2 minus s1 is equal to cv natural log of t2 by t1 plus r natural log of v2 by v1. Just keep in mind this particular equation. In GATE, so many times this equation has been asked. Numericals related to these equations have been asked. So this is the entropy change if there is a variation in temperature and volume. Right. Next equation. The next equation is TdS is equal to dH minus VdP. dH we can write ds is equal to dH by t minus v by t dP. For ideal gas, we know that dH is equal to Cp dt and Pv is equal to RT. V by t we can write is at R by P. Integrating ds from S1 to S2, Cp dt we can integrate from T1 to T2, and V by t is equal to R by t we can integrate from P1 to P2. The equation comes out to be S2 minus S1 is equal to Cp natural log of T2 by T1 minus R natural log of P2 by P1. So first equation is related to temperature and volume. The second equation is related to temperature and pressure. So what we are left? We are left with pressure and volume. So how we will calculate that? Take any equation, taking equation 1, which is S2 minus S1 is equal to Cv natural log of T2 by T1 plus R natural log of V2 by V1. In place of R, I have written Cp minus Cv. So S2 minus S1 is equal to Cv natural log of T2 minus T1 minus Cv natural log of V2 by V1 plus Cv natural log of V2 by V1. The equation comes out to be S2 minus S1 is equal to Cp natural log of V2 by V1 plus Cv natural log of P2 by P1. So this equation is related to pressure and volume, this equation is related to temperature and pressure, and this equation is related to temperature and volume. You have to keep in mind all the three results. These three results are very important. You have to keep in mind these derivations as well. If you have any doubts, just let me know. Now, we will solve a numerical to understand this concept better. The question says air is flowing steadily in an insulated pipe. See, the pipe is insulated, so there is no heat transfer to the surroundings. The pressure and temperature at station A and B are given below. Establish the direction of flow of air. Cp is given as and R is given as. Pressure and temperature. So we will use the relation of pressure and temperature, that is Cp natural log of T2 by T1 minus R natural log of P2 by P1. Pb by Pa, right? So question says tell me the direction, whether the flow is taking place from A to B or from B to A. Tell the direction whether the flow is taking from A to B or from B to A. We know that the ds of universe is always greater than 0. It can't be negative. So universe consists of system and surrounding, as I have already told you. So ds of system plus ds of surrounding should always be greater than 0, right? It is written that insulated, sorry, it is insulated, so no heat transfer, so ds of surrounding is equal to 0. It is insulated, this is insulated, so there is no heat transfer, so the entropy change of surrounding is equal to 0. So we have to keep in mind that the entropy change of system should be greater than 0. So let us suppose the direction is from a to b, and we will put these values in this particular equation. The value of ds comes out to be minus 0.047 kilojoule per kg Kelvin. So it seems the entropy change is negative. That means our assumption is wrong. We have taken the assumption as from a to b, right? So for a to b, ds system is negative, but here we have to prove it should be greater than 0. So this is negative, so our assumption is wrong. So the flow is from b to a. Now, applications of entropy principle. The first case is transfer of heat through a finite temperature difference. What is the entropy change if the heat is transferring from one thermal reservoir to another thermal reservoir? This is thermal reservoir B, this is thermal reservoir A, this is temperature T1, this is temperature T2. Heat is transferring from A to B. We have to calculate the entropy change. For reservoir A, heat is rejected from the reservoir, so it is minus Q by T1. And for reservoir B, heat is entering into reservoir B, so it is Q by T2. So if we have to calculate the total ds, it should be dsa plus dsb minus q upon t1 plus q upon t2. Taking q out, it is t1 minus t2 upon t1 into t2, right? If t1 is greater than t2, if t1 is greater than t2, then ds universe is positive. So it is process is irreversible and possible. If T1 is equal to T2, then ds universe is equal to 0, then the process is reversible. If T1 is less than T2, then ds universe is negative, which can't be possible. ds universe can't be negative, so the process is impossible. So ds universe is q in bracket T1 minus T2 upon T1 into T2. If T1 is equal to T2, then it is reversible. If T1 is greater than T2, then the process is irreversible and possible. And if T1 is less than T2, then ds universe is negative, which is impossible. This is the case 1. Case 2. What is the entropy change if the mixing takes place between two fluids? See, this is the adiabatic chamber. No heat transfer is taking place to the surrounding. So ds of surrounding is considered as 0. This is chamber 1 and this is chamber 2. Having mass m1, specific heat c1, temperature t1. Having mass m2, specific heat c2 and temperature t2. The moment this partition is removed, the mixing will take place in this chamber. The final temperature Tf, initially considered that the temperature T1 is greater than temperature T2. The moment this partition is removed, the mixing will take place and the final temperature Tf will be achieved. So Tf temperature is greater than T2 but less than T1. So heat transfer from subsystem 1 is equal to heat gain to subsystem 2. M1 C1 T1 minus Tf is equal to M2 C2 T2 Tf minus T2. The final temperature comes out to be M1 C1 T1 plus M2 C2 T2 upon M1 C1 plus M2 C2. This is the final temperature Tf. To calculate the entropy change of subsystem 1, we have to integrate dq by t. We haven't integrated in this because it is thermal energy reservoir. Temperature is not changing, so we have directly written q by t. But here the temperature is changing from T1 to Tf. So it is M1 C1 dt by t. So it is M1 C1 natural log of Tf by T1. For subsystem 2, the temperature is changing from T2 to Tf. So it is M2 C2 natural log of Tf by T2. Adding both, the final answer is M1 C1 natural log of Tf by T1 plus M2 C2 natural log of Tf by T2. Considering M1 equal to M2 equal to M and C1 is equal to C2 is equal to C. So the delta S universe will come out to be MC natural log of Tf square upon T1. Tf we can write it as T1 plus T2 by 2. So ds of universe is 2 MC natural log of T1 plus T2 by 2 root of T1 into T2. See, this term will always be positive because the arithmetic mean of any two numbers is always greater than their geometric mean. This term is always positive. Just go through this. If you have any doubt, just let me know. This is a very important case of entropy principle. Third, this is the whole system. We have to calculate the maximum work obtainable from two finite body. What is the maximum work obtainable from two finite bodies at temperature T1 and T2? This is a body at temperature T1, this is a body at temperature T2. We have to calculate the maximum work done. So Q1 is equal to, consider M equal to 1, Q1 is equal to C T1 minus Tf. Tf is the final temperature of body 1 and Tf is the final temperature of body 2. This whole system will give you the work output if the body 1 and body 2 will achieve the final temperature Tf. The moment that Tf is achieved, the value of W is 0, right? So we are taking the extreme case. So Q is equal to T1 minus Tf and Q2 is equal to Tf minus T2. W is equal to Q1 minus Q2. So W can be C specific heat bracket T1 plus T2 minus 2 times Tf. Work obtainable will be maximum when Tf is minimum. Work will be maximum when Tf is minimum. So for body 1, ds is equal to integrate C natural log of Tf by T1. For body 2, C is equal to natural log of Tf by T2. So we have calculated the entropy for body 1, we have calculated the entropy for body 2, but what would be the entropy in this heat engine? Heat engine is going in a cycle, and for a thermodynamic cycle the change in property is equal to 0. As I have already told you, entropy is a property, and for thermodynamic cycle change in property is equal to 0. Since the working fluid operating in the heat engine does not undergo any entropy change, so delta S of the working fluid in the heat engine is equal to 0. So ds is equal to 0, taking all three entropy of body 1, entropy of body 2 and heat engine. So C natural log of Tf by point T1 into T2 is greater than 0. For Tf to be minimum, we have to equate it with 0. Tf is equal to root of T1 into T2. So the maximum work is equal to C bracket root of T1 minus T2 of a whole square. So this is the maximum work obtainable from this particular case. The third case is, this is the body, this is the thermal energy reservoir. The temperature of thermal energy reservoir is T0. So this will stop giving work the moment the body temperature T reaches to T0. Integrating the body temperature from T to T0, heat engine entropy 0, ds, to calculate the ds of thermal energy reservoir, we will take the net heat transferring to it, Q minus W upon T0. So delta S universe is always greater than equal to 0. C natural log of T0 by T plus Q minus W upon T0 is greater than 0. Eliminating W from it, so the maximum work obtainable is equal to Q plus T0 C natural log of T0 by T. Right, just go through this particular example as well. These four cases are very important. If you have any doubts, just let me know. Just ask your queries in the comment section. These are some of the important points related to entropy. Entropy of an isolated system always increases and becomes maximum at the state of equilibrium. As I have already told you, entropy of an isolated system always increases. Universe is an isolated system and its entropy always increases. The second law indicates the direction in which the process takes place. We have done one numerical related to it. The higher the entropy increase of the universe, higher will be the irreversibility. It is a tendency on the part of nature to proceed to a state of greater disorder, or a process always occurs in such a direction as to cause an increase in the entropy of universe. These are some of the important points related to entropy. Just go through these points. Thanks a lot from my side. This is Harshit Agarwal. Thank you all.